2. Justice and fairness. Justice means giving each person what he or she deserves. Fairness is equality of being fair, showing no bias towards some people or individuals.
And I am Carmela Umali, together with my group mates, to show you a different scenario showing justice.
Carmela Umali as judge, John Rawls as court reporter, ALBITO as attorney, BRYAN FRAXEDEZ as accused, MERCADO as attorney, LUBRINO as accused, JERICO ORTEGA as attorney, MALINAY as accused, TRIXIA DELLUPAC as attorney, DANICA CALAMBA as accused, ABIOG and Julius ERWIN and KATHLEEN.
All rise. Department 1 of the Supreme Court is now in session, and I'm Ron Michael RAPAS, your court reporter. We have many different cases and topics that we are about to discuss for today. Judge Carmela Umali presiding. Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of the people here.
The first case I want to open to you, Your Honor, is the case of Mr. BRYAN FRAXEDEZ, which is relied under the distributive justice.
Okay, prosecution, are you ready to begin? If yes, you may begin your opening statement.
Good day, everyone. Good day, Your Honor. Today, I am here in front of all of you to defend my client to get the justice and fairness that belongs to my client for being a student, also being a part of society and this nation. The particular reason for that circumstances is this case is under distributive justice that I truly believe that it tells about that all the people should get the same treatment or treated equally. So, Mr. BRYAN, go ahead, state yourself.
Okay, the defense may go ahead and state yourself.
Thank you, Your Honor. As the voice of all of the students out there, all we want is to have a good, well-competitive, and free education for everyone. Because we all know that not everyone has the ability to afford or to pay a lot for education. But many of them have dreams to study and learn. That's why we started this project, Free Education. Let us all imagine a society that everyone has a chance to study and get their education for free. A society that full of graduates and professional individuals. By this project, we are not only helping them to fulfill their dreams, but also we are giving them chance to change their life for better. And with that, we also helping our country to develop its economy by having a quality, standard, respectful, and competitive peoples. That's all, and thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. BRYAN. So, Your Honor, it was clearly and evidently that my client deserved to have a fair attention and justice. So, how about now, Your Honor? What is your decision and what can you say, Your Honor? Thank you.
The jury has reached the verdict. I can see that your project will be a great help for everyone. Now, I am giving you the authority to continue your advocacy. I believe that the prosecution proved all the things beyond a reasonable doubt.
All the evidence now has been presented. This time, the distributive justice has been applied to a society where our members are assured of a basic level of goods, an equal opportunity to acquire more goods, and receive the same amount of goods for the same amount of work. The major tenets of distributive justice are equality, proportionality, and fairness.
Therefore, the jury is think an excuse. I find the defendant not guilty. Court is adjourned.
The second case that I want to open to you, Your Honor, is a case under the egalitarian justice. This scenario is about a gay who is beaten by his father because he cannot accept that he is a gay child. Our honorable judge is here to find out the bottom of the case. Everyone may be seated.
The court is in session. Call the case. We will hear opening statement from the respondent attorney.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Christian Mercado, the lawyer of Mr. Mike LUBRINO, and I am representing him. This is a case under Republic Act 7610, a special protection of children against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination act. An act providing for stronger deterrence and special protection against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, providing penalties for its violation and for other purposes. Mike was beaten by his father when he found out that his son is gay. The child has bruises, scratches, and cuts all over his body. As an egalitarian who believes that all people in any form has equal rights and deserves to be respected, we will not condone such act to a child who undergo gender identity confusion, Your Honor.
Today, the complaints will be determining whether the facts and evidence provided in the case are all beyond a reasonable doubt. Please state yourself.
It was a month ago when my father accidentally found out that I am gay. The moment he knew, he regularly beats me. He slapped, punched, pinched, and kicked me all over my body. He even told me that he will kill me if I still keep on being gay. As a person, I want to live my life for who I am because it is me. And I see nothing wrong with it. I just want to have a fair treatment for us because we are still human and we are all equal. That's all, Your Honor.
Your Honor, all evidences have been submitted. The mother and the siblings will testify their statement to the said abuse committed by the father, Your Honor.
Upon hearing this, the position that equality is central to justice, a belief in human equality, especially with respect to social, political, and economic affairs, a social philosophy advocating the removal of inequalities among people.
Alright, I am now going to do and give my analysis of the factors that I am required. It clearly shows the defendant is guilty of all the charges passed on him. Gender equality is human rights and we should all promote it for a safer and healthy community. Therefore, thank you for the service today. Court is adjourned.
Please rise. The Court of the Second Judicial Circuit, Criminal Division, is now in session. The Honorable Judge Carmela Umali, presiding. Please, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this case involves the employee of the company from ABC. Let us hear the side of our complainant. Please proceed yourself.
As per justice and fairness, we accepted this invite to attend this criminal trial against my client, Mr. Malinay, for the accusations about his business connected to capitalism. And for his statement, he already stated his promise to say the truth and only the truth. And now, Your Honor, permission to let me ask my client these questions to clarify everything.
Yes, please.
You're a capitalist and you own a factory where every one of your employees benefited, right? Yes or no?
Yes, attorney.
But what do you think are the reasons why some of your employees are raising issues about their salary that you don't raise despite of company's progression?
Please state yourself and swear that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I am the owner of the ABC company, which is always at its best productions for almost 8 years and counting. It is all started small wherein I manage it well, and I am very thankful now. One of the best production company here in Batangas. With regard to what my employees are protesting that I don't raise their salary is because they think that the success of the company is the raise of their salary. But they never think the expenses that the company is funding for our company expansion.
But Mr. Malinay, they are expecting to a higher and fair salary because of your company's progression.
Yes, attorney, but I can show you the document that is my evidence about the raise of my employee salary. And it is started to it that the raise of salary is based only on how good that perform in the production. They all sign in this paper as an agreement that we do fairness here.
So you are trying to say that when the company earn well, the incentives or the raise of salary is based on their performance individually along achieving the company's success?
Yes, attorney, and they all agreed with it.
Your Honor, that's all. I think my client cleared that part, and so I want to leave the fair decision with you.
Proof beyond a reasonable doubt does not mean beyond all possible doubt. Upon hearing all the testimony concerning this case, I determine the facts alone and the only facts.
Your Honor, the case is the complete embodiment of social justice. In social or political context, justice means that every person gets no more and no less than what he gains through voluntary association with other men. A capitalist society is a just society because all individuals are considered equal under the law.
The attorney and the client presented well all the evidence provided by them. Therefore, the jury is thanked and excused. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being justice in action in today's access to justice. Court is adjourned.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have our Honorable Judge Carmela Umali. To the party involved in this case, please swear or affirm that you will render a true verdict and a fair sentence. Your Honor, this is a case relied under socialist justice. Please be seated.
Prosecution, ready to begin. Please proceed.
I am attorney TRIXIA and I am here to defend my client and get justice.
They accuse me of thief and non-compliance because of my physical appearance. I have a black skin and curly hair. Well, it's just my appearance. I didn't harm anyone. It's not true. I'm innocent.
This is a case about socialist justice. Socialist justice is fairness as it manifests in society. Now, social justice applies to all aspects of society, including race and gender, and it's closely tied to human rights. Now, let's give my client a chance to speak out herself.
One day, I bought at a pawn shop. While I was waiting, someone's arrived and he took the owner's cell phones. Then he quickly left. I was shocked and I don't know what to do. When the owners returned. He asked me what happened, and I said the truth. But he didn't believe me. He accused me that I'm a thief, accomplice.
And based on the legitimate information and evidence I have gathered from people who have witnessed, my client is innocent. We don't have the rights to accuse someone because of physical appearance and without any proof. At last, the truth will come out and bring fairness and justice.
This case shown the social justice is a fairness at its manifest in society that includes fairness in healthcare, employment, housing, and more. Now, social justice applies to all aspects of society, including race and gender, and it is closely tied to human rights. Please decide, Your Honor.
But the prosecution and the defense have now rested their cases. I have heard all the testimony concerning this case. Therefore, the evidence has proven your client innocent. The jury is now excused. The court is adjourned.
Almost exactly a year after remains of a female child were found in a duffel bag buried in the forest. The young girl has been identified as the 9-year-old girl, Maria. At the time of the investigation, the DNA was sent to a lab and finally came back with a positive outcome. Maria was never reporting missing at the time of the investigation. They found a sample specimen of blonde hair strand at the decomposed hand of the child, which showed the same color with Maria's mother's hair. Her mother was questioned and finally arrested and charged with aggravated murder as she blurted out the crime at the police. Justice is defined as the quality of being just, righteousness, equitableness, or moral rightness. It shows properness and the administration of law to understand the right and correct. In the given situation, it manifests justice as the scenario indicates through investigation as defined to the law, and achieve the proper justice using the policies and procedures at play, before, during, and after the commission of crime. In the end, the justice for Maria was properly served and delivered.
Fairness. They call type developers to take time to consider their skills and what they affected to the situation of the problem. Scenario given indicate fairness as it shows the quality of treating people equally or in the way that is right and possible. It shows good judgment that are free from discrimination, judge and inequality. Deny is an example of person which give an opportunity to attain fairness as his company show composition to the skills person despite of their condition and disability.
Good day everyone, I'm KATHLEEN and JAMOT and I'm here to discuss about taxation. Please listen and learn. What is taxation? Taxation is the system by which a government takes money from people and spends it on things such as education, health, and defense, based on the ability of the taxpayer to pay, which means that the higher their capability of paying is the higher their taxes are. The second one is the indirect taxes. Indirect taxes are basically taxes that can be passed on to another entity of individual. They are usually imposed on a manufacturer or supplier who then passes on the tax to the consumer. However, cheap justification of taxation rests on the principle of justice, particularly distributed justice. According to this principle, there should be a fair distribution of society's benefits and burdens. The distribution of burdens in taxation requires proportionate equality, and proportionate equality is not necessary. An equal share but a fair share of carrying the burden of taxes established on the principle of ability to pay. A fair share means those earners of the lower income bracket should not be taxed as much as those of the high income bracket. Again, I'm KATHLEEN Hamot. I hope you learned about this topic.
Good day everyone, I'm ERWIN HERJAS and this is some information about taxation that connected on justice and fairness. Taxation. Taxation is under the justice and fairness because it considered moral. It is seen as overall beneficial all of society, and because we have agreed to taxation through the laws and political representatives, so taxation is moral but only as long it is fair. Tax and expenditure laws are subject to demands for fairness, and justice may sound strange. Concept of equity and fairness are the heart of the tax policy. Political leaders pay homage to these ideals in virtually every sphere of lawmaking and regulations. Citizens, moreover, are sensitive to arguments about fairness in almost every policy debate, while constitutions and court require equal justice under the law. They do not require greater efficiency or simplicity. No other standard reaches the lofty status of equal justice in the affairs of government of the souls of humans. While conflict abound, they are much more likely to arise over how to apply the principle constantly, how to measure our equals, and the extent to which compensation or special consideration be applied to those who are different along some scale, fortune, need, or ability.